Alright, bro. This is a video for a select amount of you boys. It's not for everyone. And I don't usually like making videos this way, but if you're a young man that's similar age to me, you're roughly around 25, couple years younger, older, give or take. Or if you're a young man that has the exact same mindset that I have, you want to be a winner. You want to set your life up for success. You want to be measured. You want to be accelerated in your life. You want to just be so far from average, man. And this video is for you. But if you're young or you don't have this mindset, you're going to watch this video and think, who's this idiot with his shirt off or with his whiteboard and his little texter? We have two huge assets as young men. We do. And it's not the little investments that you've made on your crypto or your stocks. No, bro. There is actually these two assets that we have that you can't even put a price on. They're invaluable. And we only have them because we're young. Try to think about what it is, bro. We have, let's say this is you right now, bro. I hope you're happy. Put a little smile on him. We have time plus energy. This is what we have. This is our two biggest assets. And we can never ever get them back. And you know where we spend majority, if not all of our assets on? Where do we spend it on, bro? Because I know you know the answer. Come on. The holy grail of where we spend our time and energy on. Especially as young men. We spend our time and we spend our energy on this one thing. Yeah, bro. I hope you got it right because it was simple. We spend it all on trying to get girls. And our whole life reflects it, right? The weekends out with the boys, going to the club or the pub or just to that party, Tinder and Bumble and Instagram, like everything that we do in our lives, especially as young men. How do I get laid? I mean, come on, bro. I'm the same age or we're the same age, so I get it. You see a bad chick, it's like, whoo, shut the gates. I get it. Trust me. We have a biological urge in us from like the age of 12 and it never shuts off. But you'll get to a point in your life where success becomes more attractive than women. And I know only a few of you really got that and were like, whoa, he's right. I get it, bro, because if I were to watch this video when I was younger, I'd be like, yeah, this guy's got no idea what he's talking about. You need to ignore women. Yeah, I said that too, bro. For 2 to 5 years. If you want to be a man of success. And you don't actually realize how little that is and how much you can do. See, we as men, like I said, we just follow our urges. But we underestimate a very small amount of our time, which ends up being 2 to 5 years, with our head down. No women, no going out drinking or doing drugs or just being a loser. The amount of success that we can cultivate for our lives when it comes to our business, to our uni degrees, to our 9 to 5s, to leveling up our bodies, our minds, our skills. We literally underestimate how much we can make. Like we can make 10, 15 years worth of progress in 3 years with our head down. But the sad reality is there's not a lot of men can do this, right? If not, a very small minute. Maybe out of the couple of hundred of views this video will get, it'll be myself and maybe a few other of you boys that can be like, yeah, I can really not succumb to my sexual urges and focus and win. Because this world revolves around two things, bro. Success and failure. And the sad reality is for the modern young man like ourselves, or like majority of the young men, is that we are all on a downwards trajectory. And that's because this modern world has become immensely easier. Where porn and video games and junk food and going out with the boys is prioritized over leveling yourself up. But what happens, and it's the truth, and I've seen this really happen in my own life, you give up, like I said, your precious time, your precious energy that no amount of money can go and buy and you can never get it back on focusing with girls, and then one day you wake up and boom, You might be 22, which you're still young at 22. You might be 27, you might be 35, and you think, what have I done? Nothing. And you haven't achieved anything, but you did do one thing. You try to get girls. And hey, maybe you succeeded. Maybe you got into a relationship, maybe you slept around, maybe you were in a relationship for a while and you just broke up, maybe you even got married and now you're divorced, or I hope you're doing well. But that's not the common life for the average young man anymore. Where, you get into a relationship, it does well, or you get into a relationship and you truly continue on your dreams and your goals. I said that we need to ignore women for either 2 to 5 years. And I don't say that in regards of ignoring women because you've never got attention from them, or you're still a virgin, or you haven't been in a relationship, or it's been a while. I say this as a man that's been in plenty of relationships, oh, not plenty, but a few. I've had plenty of one-night stands. I've been with girls. I've got a lot of experience with them. And I can tell you this, and it kind of contradicts what I say, which is why I said that this video is aimed at young men my age or very similar minded, is that... Sorry, bro, my iPad went off. There's no amount of... You can't put a price on the value you get from life experience. Life experience whilst hanging out with your boys, life experience or just experience life, and also life experience with girls, right? Because you don't want to be a man that maybe you do find a girl one day in your life and you just got 0.000 point, no experience at all, right? Then it'd be a little bit awkward, but if she's the right girl, it wouldn't even matter, to be honest. But that's why this video is skewed for the young men that have either a little bit older, had a little bit more life experience, or you have the mindset. Because we can cultivate our lives to truly be anything that we want. And that's the blessing of being a man. We are builders. We are conquerors. We go and create. We can make our lives so the way that we want it to be and have everything that we want, which majority of that's going to be being with girls, right? A byproduct of us achieving success. Because there's a saying that goes by, and I've actually lived a life completely congruent of this. When you get into a relationship and you give an average man an average life, you give him casual sex with his wife or his girlfriend, like consistent sex, I should have said. You give him an average salary, an average life, an average wife, whatever, bro. Boom. All your dreams, your goals, your aspirations go out the door and you become complacent. And you can say, oh, that would never happen to you. I promise you right now, because you haven't equipped yourself enough on your mission, developed yourself in so many areas, this is more than likely going to happen to you. Women can definitely amplify you, push you, and make you into a better man. But chances are of you attracting that girl right now are going to be very slim to none. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but I'm saying it's more than likely not going to. Especially with how this new modern world has gone. But to bring it back, the most important thing, and I want you to realize this, bro, and it's somewhat quite sad. It's pretty sad, to be honest, is there's a certain age, and I read this in a book somewhere, where the average man, so we're talking about average, right, bro, will go and have his best experiences life, or who hit his highest achievements. And think about what age this is at. You can even maybe look at your family and see, wow, yeah, he's right. Around the age of 45 to 50 is when the average man will go and buy the car of his dreams, right? Will go take a holiday around the world, or will pay off his house. 45 or 50 years old. Now that sounds, to me, insane, because we've got the biggest assets to our name with a couple of years with our head down, no women. And that's a lot harder said than done, which is why a very small amount of people truly are successful, because they aren't slaves to their urges, which is actually good for the young men that are like you and I that truly do want to win, because it means there's less competition. But before the age of 50 or 45, you could be a man because you put your head down and have all the life experiences that you want at the age of 30, at 35. And you know what the age of 30 is for us as men? Let's go 30 to 35. That's our peak years, bro. And I want you to really remember that. We as men truly are so developed, we're matured, and if we've lived a life congruent of leveling ourselves up and built, we literally hit our peak years at 30, 35, and we can, to some degree, if we do it well enough, you could be retired or living the life that you want. Be a man literally with endless opportunities to explore and experience this earth, even have complete or as much access as you want to women for just putting your head down. But like I said, this is a thing that a lot of young men, we can't do. Which is why for there to be winners, there's always going to have to be losers. But the sad reality is, and it's the truth, and I am starting to really learn this now, which is why I'm passing this message on to you. If you're a man that's about it, truly about winning, then a couple of years focusing and working hard is actually something that entices you more than females. And I don't know how many of you boys can really understand that. But that's exactly how I feel in my life now. And I know a couple of you feel the exact same way. So that's what I want you to understand, bro. Is that a few years, especially if you do this young, can cultivate a life that, well, you have endless opportunities and you're built. But a couple of years chasing girls and really wasting your time in so many regards and losing yourself can be detrimental to your future. Now, you can still build when you're older, but what are you not going to have? You're not going to have your precious resources of time and energy. And by then, you might even have more experience, more responsibilities. And then it gets harder, bro. It gets harder and harder and harder and harder. So use your precious time and your energy now. Head down, focus, be disciplined, mission focused, boom. Watch your life excel. I'll end the video like this, bro. Life experience is always good. And I'm not saying that you can't go enjoy and have a little fun here and there. But if that is your whole trajectory, you got to watch out. Because it creates a spiral. And where you spend your time, it's where you go. And the more time you spend to being a bum or doing degenerate things, that's the spiral you're going. But if you can balance it out, or go enjoy life, but still keep your life on the trajectory of winning, of being the man that you want to be, then that's alright, bro. And you got my word on it, it's alright. Love you, brother.